Ever since I was young, I can always remember feeling relaxed around the ocean. It's probably my strongest indicator to feeling spiritual. No matter how stressed I get, whenever I go to the beach, something changes and I feel relaxed, in any weather. Despite almost drowning twice over the years, it still eases me. It feels impossible to put into words why it makes me feel this way, and maybe that is part of the wonder. Either way, I'm not here to talk about the ocean. I'm here to talk briefly about a show that strengthened my love for water as a whole and showed me how cool it would be to wield that power. Of course, I want to talk about Avatar. No, not this one. This one. I don't think I have ever seen a show that has hit me more emotionally and spiritually as Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar for me is so many things, and it's been spoken about to death. I've watched countless video of the show on YouTube, and I've seen countless posts about it. In my mind, I always felt it was a little bit cult. Like, not a lot of people seemed to know about it, and it was a bit of a cult hit at the time. And I think the people who grew up with Avatar, as they got a little bit older, because when I was young it was airing, and I was about, I can't exactly remember, I can work that out actually. So this is amazing. The first episode of Avatar was released on the 21st of February 2005, which is also my birthday. I wasn't born then. I was born in 95. So that makes me 10 years old exactly when Avatar came out. So I watched Avatar when I was 10. And it finished in 2008. I remember I started it when it came out and I liked it. And then I didn't watch it anymore. And then season 3 was airing and I caught a few episodes here and there. And I remember it being really mature and the tone totally changed. Which is something that I'm rewatching it again now, and right now I'm 20, almost 25 years old. The last time I watched it was around the time I was 20, 21, and I watched it with an old girlfriend who hadn't seen it before, and she absolutely fell in love with the show. And me watching it again then was ridiculously eye-opening again, and I realized what I love about it again and how much it meant to me. So I think this is my 4th time watching the show. And now, I always had it in my mind that season 1 was the weakest. But I'm watching some of the episodes, and everything that happens, like a few times before Winter Solstice and after, those episodes are so intense. Like, it's insane. You have the storm.
Gyatso?
Why did you disappear?
I didn't mean to.
You have the Blue Spirit.
And he was from the Fire Nation, just like you. If we knew each other back then, do you think we could have been friends too?
You have, what else have I watched recently? The Storm was a big one where it accounts back Aang running away and Zuko fighting his father. And then you have the Blue Spirit, which is like the early kindling of Aang and Zuko. It's interesting, and there's so many things in the show. There's so many little bits of like flavored development, which it's not quite the grandeur episodes we get in season 2 and 3 involving everybody, but we get little peeks into the characters and who they are. Like we figure out that Katara really feels that she needs to prove herself a lot, to the point where she will get angrily jealous and mean. My example there being when she can't get the water bending technique down, but Aang gets it naturally because he's the Avatar and naturally gifted. Like, generally. And that she shouts at him, like, nasty, you know? And you see Aang's face and how, like, sad he is that this person who he admires so much and looks up to is mad at him. to which she immediately apologizes. But it's just interesting seeing that element of her and how passionate she is and how fiery she can be. Because she can. She's arguably one of the best characters. I think it's so hard to choose a favorite out of Team Avatar, because they all have these amazing developments. And I haven't even met Toph yet, where I'm at rewatching it this time, and she is way up there for me. I don't know what my favorites are, who my favorites are. It's so hard because there's so many quirks, and there's so much emotional intelligence to all of these characters, and their arcs are so interesting and so relatable. I feel they embody different aspects of, people, and they're just so raw. It's so like, yeah, I get this, even if I don't necessarily deal with the same struggles that this person is dealing with, I get where they're coming from, because they're shown to me in this beautiful, empathetic light, and every character is on their own spiritualistic journey to finding out what it means to be them, and going along this ride with them is one of the most enjoyable shows I have ever seen, and not much at all has ever come close to this for me. All right. And I'm gonna leave it there for my Avatar roundup. I called them. I rounded up all the Avatar. That's basically my opening thoughts, naturally, just off the top of my head, about the show. I want to put more time into this and actually write things, so I'm gonna pick a category and I'm gonna talk about it. Obviously, though, don't watch these if you plan on watching the show, because I want you to experience this for yourself and not have any kind of external influence in how it is. If I say it's good, then naturally you're going to be like, oh, this guy thinks it's good. Maybe it's good, I'll watch it. But you're already going in with that pretense that it might be good, But yeah, I'll catch you guys soon.